Disclaimer: don't watch this video with your kids because I might get swearing at some point. I'm not sure where this will end. Look at that. Our striker, Rasmus HOJLUND, has received the least number of passes of all starting strikers in the English Premier League. What is this? And you'll tell me I can't swear about this? How on earth is Ollie Watkins, guys? Ollie Watkins is receiving more passes than Rasmus HOJLUND, a top potential boy who we know can score goals for fun, always in the right places, but this bunch of players earning crazy wages for doing absolutely nothing are being selfish and have connived together to fail the young boy because he has come from Denmark, from a small club to come and shine at the biggest stage. The fans are backing him, but these guys have set up to fail him. Marcus Rashford does not pass the ball to HOJLUND. Bruno Fernandes, what is he doing? Wearing the captain's armband and mourning around every decision. Why isn't he mourning to his players when they don't pass the ball to the young boy? He's always making the right runs, making the right moves. Pass him the ball. Let him fail to score. We'll be here calling for his head and saying, we brought a fraud, a Danish fraud. When they have passed the ball to HOJLUND, when Marcus Rashford has passed the ball to him, the boy has scored in the Champions League. That's why he has scored goals, because they get the balls to him. Why on earth are they refusing to do it in the Premier League? And we are being shamed like this. We're some village club. Ollie Watkins, guys. Ollie Watkins has received more passes than a player who is sandwiched by Garnacho, sandwiched by Bruno Fernandes, who has around him Anthony, Marcus Rashford, all these players earning more than 200,000 quid a week, to not even understand that when Rasmus HOJLUND arrived at the club, they had just one job to do: find ways of getting the ball to him. You know what? This cannot happen under my watch, and I don't think it would happen under Sir Alex Ferguson. You know what I would do if it were me? I'm Erik ten Hag, one game, and Marcus Rashford is refusing to pass the ball to Rasmus HOJLUND. I call all of them in the meeting. I tell them to sit your ass down. Listen, there is a new sheriff in town. He's called Rasmus HOJLUND. You either all look out for him and pass the ball to him, or your asses are all going to rot on the bench, or if anything, I will kick them asses out of this club. That's what you do. That's what Erik ten Hag should have done. That's what Sir Alex Ferguson would do. Do you know why? Because when Manchester United, when Sir Alex Ferguson signed Robin van Persie from Arsenal, Wayne Rooney was still playing and hoping he's the star man. He was the one scoring the goals. And he was indeed scoring goals. But Fergie said Rooney was below the levels he was at. Van Persie was the hottest striker in the Premier League at the time. He sat their asses down, told them, every player, there is a new boss in town and your job is to pass the ball to him. If you don't, I'm going to sit your asses down and you won't play football for Man United again. Do you know what happened in the aftermath of that? Wayne Rooney gives Robin van Persie arguably the best assist to ever be seen in the history of the Premier League. But what's happening? Marcus Rashford won't pass the ball to Rasmus HOJLUND, and people are saying he's failing. He has failed to score goals in the Premier League. Where? Which balls have you given him to score? Which balls? The boy is always making the right moves. He's always holding off play. Trying to come and be involved. Play 1-2s, position himself, going to the right spaces, running, sprinting, tracking back. The only simple job for 9 other players, including the goalkeeper, if he plays one route football, I don't care. Just get the freaking ball to Rasmus HOJLUND. At least let him fail to score the goals. We'll be the first to come out here and say, you know what, fam? We've done everything. We've fed him, but this boy is not scoring. There is no supply. How on earth are we going to get goals from a hot striker like this? We did not pay £72 million for a boy never to be the one receiving the least passes. So meaning the manager is failing to do his job. After the first game, when these guys refused, Rashford was refusing to pass the ball to HOJLUND. First thing, the next day, Erik ten Hag, every day, the simple job he would be doing would be to tell all these players, do it peacefully, by force, or by hook or crook. Let it get in their heads, in their bodies, in their blood, in their feet, that your job is to find Rasmus HOJLUND and pass him the ball. If he doesn't score, let us now go to him and demand, you're getting all the balls, you're being fed and you're scoring goals. Look, Rasmus HOJLUND is a better footballer than Erling Haaland. Yes. HOJLUND Højlund is a better footballer than Haaland. Put Rasmus Højlund in Manchester City, he will score 100 goals a season. We know why? Because he's a better footballer. He's more confident with the ball. He's bigger. He passes. He's involved. He can dribble. Haaland is mostly a finisher. Højlund is a complete footballer and finisher. He's smart. But these guys are failing him. Look, which stats are we looking at? We paid £72 million. We know what this boy can do. That's why he has scored 5 goals in the Champions League, the topmost level. But somehow, these selfish players won't pass him the ball, and ain't no one is talking about it. And you think I'm going to sit here on the United hotspot and join you watching? Okay, when it happens, it will happen. When they're in the mood, they will pass him the ball. The goals will come. The drought will end. Which drought? There is no drought when you're not being fed. A drought is there when you had water and it disappeared. The boy has never tasted any water since he joined. So what drought are you talking about? Show us that you can pass him the ball. Pass the ball to Højlund. That's the only thing you've got to do at Anfield. You've got Kobe Maino organizing you from the back. You're more comfortable now. Use your heads and look out for this boy. Pass the ball to him. Erik ten Hag should be emphasizing that instead of tinkering around. And I have a feeling Ten Hag is going to start Marcus Rashford in that game. I don't even know why. I have that feeling in me. I saw that photo of the two smiling in training, and I'm thinking, there we go again. There we go again. He might now have an excuse of resting Garnacho. Garnacho has been playing every game. So I might see. I won't be surprised if actually Marcus Rashford started ahead of Garnacho or Anthony. But you see, I don't care. And players are not going to rely on, a Diogo Dalot swinging a funny bad cross and hoping for Garnacho to do some magic on it and it goes into the back of the net. No. We should play with purpose. That's the reason, because we don't have identity. You know why we don't have an identity? Because if you have an identity, you have a striker like Rasmus Højlund, the first thing you do is to build your football around getting the ball to him. How does he move? What are his movements? How do we get the ball to him? He is our target man and we know how lethal he can be. How do we get to him with his movements? How do these players adjust to suit him? He cannot adjust to suit to the levels, lower himself to the levels of all this bunch of nobodies surrounding him. But the manager has got to now ensure that when they wake up to do, and this is why I keep asking, what does Manchester United train? That's why we are delusional. Our outlook is delusional. What do we train? We look like we're a bunch of guys who just go around running about and we don't train anything. Because when it comes to the match, because when I was playing football, they used to tell us what you do on training during the training is what you do during the match. That's what football is about. But what do we train? We can't say that we train this. We do everyone. Oh, goodness. We've got to clean ourselves. But the first thing we've got to do is supply Rasmus Højlund. No supply, the boy is dying. We're making him look so bad, and it looks like there's a collective effort to fail him, including, but Erik ten Hag signed him because it can't be that Ten Hag is not telling his players to do it. But I heard him in a press conference saying that up to now he keeps saying it, and that's what puts me off. And I'm thinking, this guy is not giving these players direction. Perhaps this is not the right manager to take us forward, because even in the press conferences, Erik ten Hag is still saying he believes Marcus Rashford will go back to the levels he was at last season and score the goals. So meaning even Erik ten Hag's expectation of Rashford is to score goals, not to assist Rasmus Højlund. And that's why I pick a bone with him. His expectation of Rashford should change from what it was last season when he was not there. It should be now, my expectation of you is to find, whenever you get the ball, beat your first man, put your head up, look out for Højlund. Where is he? That's my expectation. Do that 10 times. If he doesn't score 2 of those, I will know he's bad and we know he's the problem. That's what a manager does. This club,